We call Earth the blue planet for a reason. I mean, 3/4 of it is covered in water. And yet, what do we hear about all the time? Water scarcity. It's this huge contradiction, right? How can a world with so much water be so thirsty? Okay, so let's just dive straight into that question. It seems simple on the surface, but the answer, well, it's way more complex than you'd think. We're literally surrounded by water, and the natural water cycle is always renewing it. So the problem isn't a lack of water, period. It's a lack of the right kind of water in the right place at the right time. And this isn't some problem for the distant future. We're talking soon. It's predicted that by 2025, which is right around the corner, nearly 2 billion people will be living in places with absolute water scarcity. That's a staggering number. It's an imminent global crisis. So to really get how we got here, we have to look past the easy answers. This isn't just about a couple of dry spots on the map or a bad rainy season. The real roots of this crisis, they run much, much deeper. When most of us hear water scarcity, we picture cracked, dry earth, maybe a desert. And sure, that's part of it, but that's not the whole story. The tough reality is that scarcity is often a human-made problem. It's not just about how much rain falls from the sky. It's about how we use, manage, and frankly mismanage the water we have. I mean, think about it. Our demand is just exploding. Growing populations need more food, and that means more irrigation, which is the single biggest user of water on the planet. Our industries and massive cities are incredibly thirsty. And to quench that thirst, we're drilling deeper and deeper, pumping out groundwater way faster than nature can ever hope to replace it. And here's another thing. The problem isn't just about how much water there is. You could have a river full of water, but if it's polluted with industrial waste and chemicals, it's totally useless, even dangerous. This is called qualitative scarcity. The water is there, but its quality is so bad you can't use it. So, faced with this massive challenge, the 20th century came up with a really big, ambitious solution: the multi-purpose dam. These were seen as these incredible feats of engineering, designed to basically tame rivers and power our progress. And you can just feel the optimism of that era in this powerful statement from India's first Prime Minister, Jawaharlal Nehru. Dams weren't just concrete and steel. They were symbols of a new, modern nation, promising to leave the struggles of the past behind. They were the future. And the promise was huge. I mean, these projects were designed to be the ultimate all-in-one solution. They were going to irrigate farms, generate clean electricity, stop floods, and supply water to cities and factories. They were supposed to do it all. But these modern temples, well, they had a dark side. This grand vision of total control over water started running into some harsh realities, and deep cracks began to appear in this whole strategy. Suddenly, the story started to change. The people and the environments that were actually affected by these huge projects, they started speaking up. The dream of taming nature for our own benefit wasn't the whole picture. Progress, as it turned out, came with a really heavy price tag. And the cost was both ecological and human. When you dam a river, you basically break it. You destroy aquatic ecosystems. The giant reservoirs behind them, they drowned huge areas of forest and farmland. And maybe the most devastating part, they forced millions of people from their homes, from their ancestral lands, often with nowhere to go. And this isn't just some abstract critique. You can hear the pain right in the culture of the people who were affected. This is a traditional song from India's Damodar Valley, and it talks about a river that was once a source of life, but now, because of mismanagement, it's a source of fear and sorrow. So, If these big, grand engineering solutions have failed us in so many ways, where do we go from here? Well, believe it or not, the answer might actually be in looking backwards to ancient, time tested traditions of living with water, not trying to fight against it. And that brings us to this beautiful concept, rainwater harvesting. It's a really simple, elegant idea. Instead of just letting all that precious rain run off and disappear, you capture it, you store it. It's a decentralized, community-driven approach that works with nature. And get this isn't some new idea. The practice has an incredible history. For more than 2,000 years, communities in India have been building these sophisticated water harvesting systems, everything from channeling river floods to constructing massive artificial lakes. What's so amazing is how diverse and perfectly adapted these methods were. You had diversion channels in the Himalayas, underground tanks in the Rajasthan desert. Each region had its own ingenious, sustainable solution. The key was always the same: work with your local environment. And the level of sophistication is just mind-blowing. Take this 200-year-old system from Meghalaya. It uses bamboo pipes to tap into streams, carry water for hundreds of meters, and then, this is the brilliant part, it delivers the water drop by drop, right to the roots of the plant. It's unbelievably efficient, and it's built from totally local, sustainable stuff. So, this all leads us to the crucial question for today. Can these smaller, older techniques really make a difference in our modern, crowded world? Can a bunch of small drops actually solve such a massive problem? And the answer is a huge, resounding yes. These are just cool historical facts. Just look at the village of Gendithor in Karnataka. About 200 households there put in simple rooftop rainwater harvesting systems, and by doing that, they have completely secured their water future. The impact? Well, together, this one small village harvests 100,000 liters of clean water every single year. It's now known for being rich in rainwater, all because of a simple, low-cost community effort. And maybe the most perfect, most ironic example of this entire paradox is the city of Shillong. It faces severe water shortages, yet it's just 55 kilometers away from the wettest places on the entire planet. If that doesn't prove that water scarcity is about management, not rainfall, I don't know what does. So let's wrap this up. What's the big takeaway? Water scarcity at its core is a crisis of management. Big dams have their place, but they come with huge costs. The really exciting way forward seems to be in reviving and adapting the wisdom of the past, these powerful, sustainable, community-based solutions. And that leaves us with one last question to think about. As we look to a future with more people and a changing climate, where should we put our faith? In the next giant dam, the next grand temple of engineering, or in the combined power of countless small, smart, and sustainable drops?